Jan Herdman will turn 70 in a few months. But what is much more interesting is not the figure itself, but what lies behind it. Why do some people gradually lose energy with age, while others continue to live actively, set new goals for themselves, and look like time moves according to different rules for them? Jan's story makes you think about exactly that. Her lifestyle is not a set of random habits, but a system of decisions that year after year strengthened her health, preserved her strength, and maintained her inner youth. Watch the video to the end to find out which principles helped Jan Herdman celebrate 70th birthday in great shape, and why many of them begin to appreciate only when the time is already lost. So let's get started. The first thing is that Jan has been training for several decades in a row. Many people perceive this as a simple habit of exercising, but in fact, there is a much deeper meaning here. The body adapts surprisingly quickly to what happens to it regularly. If movement becomes a part of life over the years, the body literally rebuilds itself to fit this lifestyle. Muscle mass is better preserved, bones become stronger, the cardiovascular system works more efficiently, and metabolic processes remain active longer. That is why experts are increasingly talking not about the benefits of individual workouts, but about the benefits of decades of constant movement. Another thing is also interesting. Many people begin to actively engage only when health problems appear, but Jan shows a completely different approach. She doesn't see exercise as a means of dealing with age. For her, movement has long been a natural part of life, as familiar as sleeping or eating. Due to this, the body does not experience constant periods of sharp decline in activity, after which it has to regain its shape. This stability has a huge impact on the aging process, because it is the sharp fluctuations in physical activity that often cause a gradual loss of strength and endurance. The following principle of Jan Herdman is related not only to sports, but also to why it continues to develop at all. She is a sports and motivation coach. At first glance, it seems like it's just a profession. However, research is increasingly showing that having meaning in daily activities has a huge impact on human health. When people feel that their knowledge and experience help others, they retain cognitive activity, interest in life, and a desire to learn much longer. Working with people, Jan is constantly faced with new challenges. She analyzes, explains, inspires, and seeks an individual approach. All this becomes a kind of brain training. If the muscles require movement, then the nervous system needs regular intellectual exercise. That is why people who continue to study, teach, or share their experiences with others often retain clarity of thought much longer. There is also a psychological side to this lifestyle. When a person feels useful, he has a natural desire to take care of his own health. After all, there is a reason to stay energetic. This is very different from trying to engage yourself solely out of fear of aging. Fear rarely works for long, but a sense of self-worth and a desire to benefit can maintain discipline for years. Another interesting feature is that teaching others forces you to constantly improve yourself. To be an example, you have to monitor your condition, look for new knowledge, review outdated approaches, and not stop developing. It turns out to be a kind of vicious circle, but in a good way. The more a person develops, the more he can give to others. And the more he shares his experience, the more motivated he becomes to continue on his own path. Jan Herdman's positive attitude to life deserves special attention. This topic is usually discussed too superficially, reducing everything to the advice to smile more often. But psychological youth runs much deeper. It manifests itself in the ability to maintain curiosity, interest in new things, and a sense that there are still many opportunities ahead. It is this condition that allows a person not to limit himself by age. When a person internally believes that the best years are over, he begins to gradually reduce his activity. He learns new skills less often, moves less, avoids difficult tasks, and stops challenging himself. The body adapts very quickly to such expectations. But if a person retains an inner willingness to act, the body receives a completely different signal. It continues to adapt to activity rather than restrictions. A positive outlook on life also affects the level of chronic stress. This does not mean that there are no difficulties. Rather, it's about the ability not to let negative events completely control your condition. Constant stress is associated with increased hormone production, which, with prolonged exposure, impair tissue repair, affect sleep quality, and accelerate age-related changes. The ability to maintain emotional balance becomes a real investment in health for many years to come. If you look closely at Jan Herdman's lifestyle, it becomes clear that her result does not consist of one single habit, but of a whole system that she has been creating for years. Regular workouts help her maintain strength, mobility, and confidence in her own body. But her way of thinking plays an equally important role. Working as a coach gives her the opportunity to constantly communicate with people, share knowledge, develop, and stay involved in life. For Jan, age is not a reason to slow down or give up on new goals. On the contrary, she continues to look for opportunities for growth, remains curious, and maintains an active rhythm of life. It is the combination of physical activity, mental activity, and a positive attitude to every day that helps her feel energetic and young inside. Jan Herdman will turn 70 in a few months, but this date does not become the limit of possibilities for her. This is just another stage of a long journey filled with movement, development, and new plans. Her story shows that youth is not only about appearance, but also about a person's condition, which is formed through daily decisions. Every day we choose how to treat our body, how active we are, what to learn, and what habits to maintain. It is from these small actions that our future state develops over time. What a person does today can determine how free, strong, and energetic they will be in years to come. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.